finally here. Now on the edge of the lake that's been staring us in the face from the beginning. Well, not quite since the beginning. From that overlook, all we could see was the fog that's descended over the town, almost like the fog is a lake itself. And much like the trials we just went through, when we reach the bottom, we only find a deeper hole to crawl into. Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Silent Hill 2. It was the spiral of our story. It was the part where all hope is faded, and only when we reach the point of no return are we simply deposited back out here like nothing happened. And something interesting I've realized is that there has never been an acknowledgement of the weirdness from James. As a dreamer, he recognizes when something is scary or dangerous, but he is just along for the ride, and that does so much to get the player along for the ride. I think it would cheapen this thing so much if it constantly kept lampshading and trying to point out how impossible all of this is. So let's see if there's a Lady of the Light waiting on the other end for us. All these roadblocks and obstructions to get across town. And now a path forward is just gifted to us. I see no reason to do anything but to row straight forward. And as we watch that dock disappear in the background, we are at our most isolated. There is nothing out here to guide us but that light, and we are utterly dependent on it. Or perhaps we should be searching for another source. The original version of the story was beautiful and sad, but now there's the one in the Historical Society. Actually, when we began our spiral, now that I think of it, it cast doubt. Oh. No, I just saw it disappear and reappear. Turn ourselves a bit. Well, that's somewhat of a correction. A repetitive task. All this time, searching and dodging monsters. Now James, and by extension the player, has no choice but to sit here and reflect on everything we've been through. That whole time rowing across the lake, it's like it's giving you a minute to be like, okay, when you first came in, you didn't know what to think. A dead person can't write a letter, yet this one did. But now you have the benefit of all your experiences behind you. So with all that in mind, what do you think? What do you think is waiting for you on the other side? any of this? Lakeview Hotel. Boat rentals. Spend unforgettable moments on Toluca Lake. These waters will bring you peace. $15 for the day. Wow, this really does take place in the 90s. $15 an hour, maybe. She said our special place. Even James acknowledged that could be several places. So, now that we've exhausted all the others, now what? Unfortunately, we don't still have the coin from Neely's bar, so we're gonna have to keep our sightseeing short. Okay, I've been pretty sure about this for the entire game, but I have to check now. Is there not a photo mode? I could have sworn there was. Not entirely sure, but this game definitely deserves it.
This place hasn't changed at all in 3 years.
You were only here 3 years ago. In other words, the last time you were with Mary, essentially. Makes what happened here all the more mysterious. Except, presumably not to people who are longer-time fans of the series. Well, I did say I'd be getting my vacation hours in while I'm here. Door is left open for us. What is this? Lone one of the East, out of the water's safety, now lost, out of breath. Maybe we can change that? Get you going again? A rotten apple. Okay, I guess we're keeping it. To be fair, James hasn't had a bite to eat this entire time. He must be getting desperate. As the cold draws near, they abandon their old nests to return in time. The cold being the loss of the warmth that is Mary, but inevitably to come back here. Like I said, it's not my fault if I'm English teaching this thing. This section of the garden is closed for maintenance. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm genuinely shocked the rotten apple isn't solving this problem for me. If I come around the back, I can see there's another of those fountains here. It looks like it may also have something in its mouth. So if we can find a key for that chain, maybe we can get in? Okay, enough screwing around though. Special places spark fires that warm our hearts forever. Warm, all right. Venus Tears Bar. And now we have our interior map.
Mary.
Waiting in room 312. Well, something tells me getting to the third floor is going to be easier said than done. But just look at this place. Nobody's going to scream at me from inside one of these stalls, are they? Nothing here. There's even a subtle music playing from somewhere in here. Oh, there's our save point. Gotta open this somehow. I always wanted to be an auditor. Receptionist memo. Mr. James Sunderland. Regarding the videotape you left in your room during your last stay, I'm glad to inform you that we've recovered the item and moved it to the employee section on the first floor. The tape is stored within the hotel safe to be returned to you at your earliest convenience. I am sure. Room 312 key and ornamental key. A 2-for-1 deal, rare in a game like this. So let's try this over here then. Here we are. But it's a whole puzzle box. Of course, so 3 artifacts needed to even begin to figure out what this is. Where's that music coming from? Of course, it stops the moment I enter.
Did I scare you?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. I guess I deserved it, huh? The fart face that I am.
Step on our neck.
Maybe. Then again, maybe you're not so bad. Just annoying.
Uh-huh. So, you got any other things planned? I think I saw a dark room back there you could lock me up in.
No. I think you've had enough. For now.
Well, that's reassuring.
Besides, I need your help finding Mary. She's here. Isn't she? Come on, tell me.
I wish I knew.
But she said it in her letter.
Wait. So there really is a letter?
Oh. Yeah. Want to read it? Just don't tell Rachel, okay?
Who's Rachel?
She's our nurse. I, took it from her locker.
My dearest Laura, I'm leaving this letter with Rachel to give to you after I'm gone. I'm far away now, in a quiet, beautiful place. Please forgive me for not saying goodbye before I left. Be well, Laura. Don't be too hard on the sisters. And Laura, about James. I know you hate him because you think he isn't nice to me, but please, give him a chance. It's true, he can be a little surly sometimes, and he doesn't laugh much. But underneath, he's a really sweet person. I love you, Laura. I love you like my very own daughter. I wish things were different. I wish we could be happy together, like we talked about. Even so, I know you will have a good life. You're a strong, smart, beautiful girl. Happy 8th birthday, Laura. Your friend, Mary.
Laura. How old are you?
I turned 8 last week.
That means Mary couldn't have died 3 years ago. Could she really be here? Is this the quiet, beautiful place she was talking about?
Me and Mary talked a lot about Silent Hill. She even showed me all her pictures. She really wanted to come back. She also talked a lot about you, you know? She even...
What? What is it?
Well, it kind of was his other letter. I think the one was for you. The envelope had your name on it.
Did you read it?
I wanted to. This one time, I almost did. Figured you didn't deserve to have it. But then I thought, Mary wouldn't want me to keep it from you. So I just sort of kept it for you. Here.
It's empty. Laura, there's nothing in it.
What? But I didn't take it. I swear.
Well, where is it then?
I must have lost it. I gotta find it.
Laura!
It really does feel like it's giving us so much hope, more than ever before now. And yet it doesn't seem any more possible. Meeting up with Laura again, having her attitude towards us change, being able to come back here, it all feels like it's trying to, like, judge us less harshly than before. These pictures, they tell a story as they go on, don't they? Okay, well, I guess we don't have to step on our neck anymore. And another thing I've been thinking about since we first examined it, if we go and get the photo of Maria, or Mary, sorry, it's a mistake I'm sure they intend for me to make. I mean, we're almost led to believe that she's her doppelganger, but the resemblance is a lot more subtle, at least in this one. At least more so than I remember it being. But it is there. But that is dream logic, the changing of roles. And we saw that a lot with Maria, especially with her attitude towards us and what she does for us in the story. But I think in that last moment, you know, maybe we could have, but, you know, I went and visited her in the hospital. I didn't go back for her
Laura!
in the maze.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Alright, I know where I'm being led. And I feel like in that moment, James sort of accepted that she wasn't real. You could see the hesitation in his promise that time. Great. Chasing her off leads us back into the nightmare. Could not dodge that one. Well, it sucks to be you. I feel bad doing this because blood's not going to come out of this carpet. And this is prime real estate. Oh, we have got a lot of space to search for items. An entire hotel's worth. Every area in the game is essentially a puzzle box that we slowly try to unlock the pieces of, but this is the biggest one yet. Where did you get off to? Getting more of that shotgun back. In fact, I think we left Eddie with no shotgun. Yeah, he really acted as a big ammo sink, didn't he? Even the rooms seem to have some personal touches, just minorly. Instead of bottles left on the ground, we have an open porch. Ooh, one which we can use to walk the back way. I don't remember if this was in the original, but it's certainly gorgeous as ever. And we can crawl through the open panel there. Laura, why'd you have to make things seem like they were okay and then vanish into another nightmare? Oh. Is that in the hall or is that the other room? This thing is proximity triggered. That'll be the other room. The more unlocked doors, the better. Yep. You do your nonsense. And go ahead and pop. Now, if memory serves, and granted we are talking about a different game, I believe that the worst of the combat will be over. But that's not to say we should start being so reckless. This is not where we need to be. We need to be through here. Huh, straight back out into the hall. You could very easily have slithered in had I stood there. This is not going to be 312. 102. Can be opened. Oh. Yep. Whoa. Nope. I think I've gotten pretty decent at this whole timing thing, haven't I? Somebody left their stuff in mid-pack and never came back. In loving memory of Sean Mitchell, the family regret to inform you of his passing. The funeral service will be held at the St. Stella Church in South Vale, at the intersection of Nathan Avenue and Neely Street at 11 a.m. Following the service, we will hold a small reception at Sean's family home. In town for a funeral. Once more, it doesn't have to directly relate to us to put the idea of loss in our head. Out here leads around to the front. The Lakeview Hotel! I saw you there! Why did I jump like that? Maybe it was too little too late. I'd say I performed well under stress that I shouldn't have been under. So that's 2 needed keys. Laura, you've not left us a lot of places you could have gone. Sunrise wing key. Heterohelix seems to have some kind of pest. Separate from the rest of the plants, or they'll all die. How does one know what that is? Well, seems like that ship is long ago sailed anyway. I just noticed that sign. Welcome back. Somebody's been opening the view. Yep, you can see that bulb down there. Seems important. Sunrise ring. Ring, reading room. Reading rainbow. Okay, well that is just utterly inappropriate behavior for a fancy establishment such as this. My radio will inform you when you're near. Oh my god. Do we really have to go back there? Wow. Can't help but notice you're made of the same articulation points as the spiders. There's almost a nice view from here. It is really loading us up with the handgun ammo now. Oh, yep. I figured. And hey, a non-rotten apple. Okay, we need to deal with you on the double. You're running. Don't like that. Nope. Straight to your friend. You're smart. God, that is so satisfying. I mean, I've had some frustrations with the combat that are inherent to the third person, but very little with the game's implementation itself. Ripe apple. And we cannot eat it. Here's our second floor save room. Bread and circuses. Stalwart to the end. Is there nothing we can read in that? We collect it for ourselves. The one who soared. I bet these have to do with the painting. You maybe stalwart to the end, the one who soared. Maybe we'll see reference to the angel, the ox, and the lion. And I think there's like a witch in a wardrobe in there somewhere. I see. Okay. Revelations, a new understanding. There's a fourth book here, Pride Before the Fall. Pride could refer to the lion. Hang on, let's have a look at that orientation again. 4 books. Maybe Pride Before the Fall. The One Who Soared. Stalwart to the End. Oh no, like, I just saw. No, it's literally the animals are on the binding. Oh, there we go. We had to reverse it all. That's something I've learned from orientation puzzles. When in doubt, reverse your solution. Oh wow, these records are not well kept. Hidden room. Photo number 2. Photo number 3 of room 217. Photo number 1 of the garden gate, the one that's chained. broken bulb that probably has to be replaced by the one that's out there. And maybe that'll allow us to see something. It's all red, like someone grasped it in their hand. Help. Oh boy, this is a whole thing. Alright, we'll go back out there soon. The hidden room of an insane photographer. This clearly was supposed to function as a dark room. I noticed that we can spell out the word dark on the suitcase, but I think we'll do a little bit more looking around first. We were given the key to room 202. Somebody's out here. Oh, it's one of you. Anybody around the corner? Nope. We're all clear. You do your nonsense, and I'll do mine. Yeah, you're not gonna explode, so I don't really care. Come on. Gassing me up once more. Oh, hey, I hadn't even realized we were stocking up on those again. Alright, so I'm worried about, like, nothing. So much ammo. But somebody's still prowling about. Follow the leads first. And right now that lead is room 202. Oh my, no wonder this place is so pricey. There's a puzzle in every room. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the sweetest of them all? Peel away the shiny skin, see the rotting flesh within. Oh, I see. That doesn't quite go there. Well, I'm gonna say this definitely feels like it refers to the apple. That goes there. This would probably go either in there or in here. There we go, because it's an edge piece. Not quite. You... I'm not as sure about. You... There? I can't pick up that piece right there. Well, you go in here, which means that last piece is the last one, but I can't pick you up. Now I don't remember. Did it show the other pieces on the ground before? I'm starting to think that maybe I have to find the piece and it just isn't there. Okay, so the indicator that something isn't there is the exact same as the model they went with for the parts themselves. Okay, there we go. That explains it. God. I'm really lucky that none of the puzzles in this game have held me up for very long, because there have been a lot of moments where they easily could have. Okay, let's insert that last piece. Woomph. And somebody got more active just now. A figurine. I'm sorry, I'm really gonna have to file a noise complaint with the other room. Oh, wow. Oh, you went down so fast because you were the one from before getting up. That's why. There's always some Larry who's a glutton for punishment who just will not stay down. Oh, of course, it was a window to the other room. Maybe that unlocked the door. Snow White, who ate her poison apple. Okay, so can I just point out, and it's been decades since I've seen it, but the prince in Snow White is like one of the worst characters in all of Disney. Does nothing for the entire movie, comes upon a seemingly dead 14-year-old in the woods, and starts licking his lips and rubbing his hands together. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's two. These things actually display some decent self-preservation instinct. But my auto-aim helps me with this. To an extent. Ow. Come on. You always choose not to actually auto-swing when I need it, or like to lock on with the swing. Okay, so that's you down. I think there might be another one, I'm not sure. No. That's not allowed. Alright, that was relatively painless. Not for you. Well, we just had ourselves a moment. And I would bet that that Snow White figurine probably goes to the box downstairs, right? We're still picking up a disturbance in the force. Now that things are getting darker in here, you guys are more... A foot! Oh my god! Oh my god, clever, clever, clever. The lights are still flashing like in the apartment. Okay, we need to figure out which of these three you go in as well, right? Or maybe it doesn't matter, because we can't go back to you. You know, I just realized something. That window up there, it's shattered. When did that happen? Okay. Well, there was an open staircase to the basement, and plenty more probably we can do on floor 2. What's down here? This actually is just like I remember it. Note to staff, be sure to clean up the fireplace in the conference room. I will keep that in mind, and it seems James is way ahead of me. Cafe is open. Anything for me back here? There is. The key to 102. Alright, there's more to be done on this floor. And more wanton destruction. Oh, I ain't paying for it. Remember that strange book you found earlier? Some very odd-looking man came in a few hours back, claimed it belonged to him. Honestly, I didn't feel like arguing. I wanted to be through with him as soon as I could, so I gave it to him. I'm not sure how he even knew it was, here. I don't think he was ever a guest here. I would have remembered. Can't get it out of my head. We might be getting into some Eldritch lore here. The only grounding thing in the overall story is the notes from residents. Key to 102. Well, howdy. This is a delightful surprise. Needles for me. Normally I have to pay top dollar for that. There's some rifle rounds. Okay. Once more, exploration pays off big. Swear I just heard a scream on that radio static. Oh, howdy. Oh, wait! You just... Oh, you let me into an ambush. Screw ya. Use another bullet. That's a lot of distance to close. Is your friend coming back? Crawling after you doesn't seem the move. Only way in is the stupid way. Oh, never mind. Thank you. That's a convenient way for us to trace where you went, isn't it? Those blood smears have got to be one of the most impressive things in this game. You know, my girlfriend got this game quite a while before I did, and actually sent me a clip at the time playing it, and showing how if you do it in the rain in the streets in the beginning of the game, they'll actually leave like a watery smear. Like the consistency is different outdoors, which is really cool. I like a game with good blood physics. What did I fight the battle of this room for? I mean, I opened it up. Okay, is that the entire rest of this floor? There's still 208, 209, and 210. 208 was significant before. Silent Hill flower deliveries. Perfect flowers for perfect occasions. Lilies, chrysanthemums, hydrangeas, gardenias, gladioli, give me the formuoli. I kind of lost attention span halfway through that, to be honest. Hello! Okay, no, I'm fighting you in hand-to-hand combat. You've earned that much. And by that I mean I've earned that much. I'm just really proud that I don't think I've yet killed you with melee out of a hide like that. But yeah, it really is just a game of counters. Actually... Yep, this is something new. What are you? Oh, you're a nurse. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Oh, you didn't stagger the way I expected? Okay, well, we're doing the rest like this now. There. You're a uniquely low-maintenance nurse. Medical record patient, MSS. Well, I guess we're following HIPAA regulations by not looking at that. Here, no. But gained access to the other wing. Oh boy. So you're just all gonna be here now, huh? You're the ones worth using ammo on. It's not my fault you're so crunchy. More shotgun. Again, all saving up for any potential boss fights. Employee elevator. Potentially a very useful fast travel / way to get behind any obstructions. My god, we're getting closer. We have a way to the 3rd floor now. There's also a whole lot about this place that seems almost like it's optional. More paintings missing off the walls. Those are some... Those are some mighty cruel strings you're playing right now, soundtrack. The do not disturb sign is off. That means somebody wants to be disturbed. Oh, the hitbox isn't going to let me do it. Yep, well, we're doing this now. Brutal murder. That's what you get. Now, is there anything in here for me? Indeed there is. The shattered remnants of what could have been part of the solution to this puzzle. Yep. Speak of the devil. Nope. You know, whether or not this strategy works depends heavily on whether you actually snap on. Should I just preemptively heal? Maybe I should. We're at like the moderate amount of blood right before it starts to actually show on our screen. And I've got plenty. Conference room. We heard about potential goodies there. Or, well, no, we saw an order to check it out and clean it, which in video game terms translates to potential goodies. Really loading us up on rifle. Look at all that. It's not the best thing in the Eddie boss fight, but maybe it could be for something else. Let's read the note first. Key to room 107. Note to staff. Since it's taking you this long to get to the conference room, you might as well drop by room 107. I'm leaving you the key. One of the guests has made quite a mess. Oh boy, looking forward to it. Need a key to open the fireplace. I wonder if this projector can come into play. Okay, let's make it down there. Take things as they're given. No. No. I know you're a nurse, but I'm gonna deny you your own personal medical treatment. Please clean up the room. Oh wow, they really did leave a mess. Well, not the worst mess they could have conjured. Note to staff. And while you're at it, be sure to sweep up the leaves out in the garden. Then you can get back to the fireplace. A passive-aggressive scavenger hunt from management. Who'd have thought? To be honest, I guess they have a right to be pissed, given, well, the current state of things. I feel like working at a hotel might actually be kind of relaxing in the right circumstances, for the right person, in the right place. Hey, we've got some added healing. Somebody's out here. Headshot. Headshot. There we go. More health. The fact that we can see it so long away means somebody's hiding around the corner. Do I know how to call him or what? There's the safe way, and then there's the long-term way. And which is which depends entirely on what you're low on. Who's out here? This is some of the best visibility we've had all game. No, come this way. We are actually kind of starting to run low on this handgun ammo, though. We were getting a lot for a while, and now there's a lot of enemies and a drought of them. Back up. And in we go. It becomes so routine. I was scared of you guys at first. Got the fireplace key. You guys can't stop this place from being relaxing, which really shows how great this place actually is. No matter how much extra stomping I do, you'll still manage to sit up. One could call that a heroic second wind. Here's our fireplace key. And the Cinderella figurine.
God damn it.
What the heck are you? Oh my god! Okay, well, here's our next boss fight. Were you in the original? I'm not gonna lie, I've got no memory of you. Oh my god. Ugh. Are you actually a boss or what? Or like a mini boss? Oh hey. Some health. And some handgun. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that thing at all. Oh, there you go. Didn't really take too much. Well, except for almost all the shotgun that we had. Oh. Okay, and stay in. See, now this is the mess the mind conjures when you think of a mess in a Silent Hill hotel room. Huh. It kind of looks like there's blood mixed in, two distinct textures. You ever been misled by a dream? That's what this feels like. Had something not be what it looked like. Exit. Well, it's the same thing here as with the back rooms. Never ever trust an exit in a horror game. So where are we now exactly? We are up here. And we need to try and get to the other side. We are so close now. There has never been something more concrete. Yep, that's what I figured. You wanna come for me? Use your stagger and knock you down. That's something I should have integrated into my strategy more earlier. Use that stagger to get closer to them instead of moving away the entire time. I bet I can use those cutters on the garden outside. There we go. More shotgun for what I lost. There's nothing better for bosses. Although, actually, I mean, I realized this then, but that actually would have been a pretty good open space for the rifle. I was just worried about the fact that it can so easily and quickly clear that distance. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what will. Oh, and we kept the paint can. Oh, I bet we can use that to make the dark room work the way we need it to. Another bulb. Large one of the west, tempted by the lure's appeal. Failed to resist it. Hey, I'm hearing bad stuff. Do I have to combine these things first? You and you. Cannot be opened by hand. Oh, we need to find a can opener. Well, that's just great. Maybe I'm just cursed. This is just like my CDDA character in Project Zomboid. Having what we need, but not able to do anything until we find ourselves a can opener. We just need one more. Have we tried this exit door yet? We have not. Leads us downstairs. And maybe to a previously inaccessible end of the second floor. Oh my. You've got an ornithological enthusiast. I'm hearing things I don't like back there. What am I going to return to find? Oh, never mind. He was just using them for skeet shooting out his window. Hey, James. You want to have a really bad idea? Oh no, I thought you were gonna crawl out there. Perhaps I could... Oop. Well, I guess your idea is better than the one I was fully willing to do. We can enter here. This is a death trap. Yep, I'm hearing somebody. Perhaps on the other end of that wall. There's definitely something here, James, so be ready. Yep. Oh. No, I'm okay with this. So long as it's not able to get up. Had me all worried for nothing. Thank you very much. So is it just me, or am I killing it in this game? Look at how it lands, just perched in the light. I mean, it's not a coincidence because we literally shot that window open, but you get the idea. I can opener. Well, doesn't that just coincidentally solve all of our problems? And I guess a birdcage is kind of like a can. Alright, let's put our stuff together now. You with you. Okay, sure, good job, James. And this with this. And now we can place it. You know, I hear the Lakeview Hotel has a sister location, the Ocean View. Let's place this here. Deed done. I don't like what I'm hearing, but I guess we know what we're doing now. Deed. Done. The employee elevator. All right. I believe that was down this way. Here it is. I believe we've entered the next chapter of this struggle. Why'd you have to open this so scarily? We have to place all our stuff. I might have discovered that premature. It's not going to let us move on. Weight limit, 1 person. Yep. So that's our equipment, our maps, our health, our keys, and our personal effects. Can we take nothing? We can take something. But just how much? That's going to be too much, isn't it? We've got to decide our handicaps. Okay, health. 1 thing. We can take but 1 thing. And it'll be that. I feel like the game would want it to be that, right? Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure this section was in the original. Alright. I can't even look at what I'm getting into. No flashlight either. Oh my god. Okay, you're in a sneaky sort of pose. Okay, this is the Sneak King segment. Oh no. So what's happening here is we're gonna have to find... Jesus. We're gonna have to find a cart and bring it back here. I have nothing with which to handle such jerks as you. That needs a key. That door is open. What about this one? No? So far, so good. Oh, look. Shotgun ammo. I can use this to kill them. I'll rub my hands together and then touch the back. Good plan, James. Good plan. Oh, and there's a puzzle to solve here as well. Cool beans. I really feel up to this right now. Opening things up helps us because it gives us some place to run back to if we get caught. The more doors will actually open when we pull on them, the better. Oh, right, no flashlight. That's one thing. A red gemstone, which I suppose acts as our, well, 1 of 5. God, it is so dark. James, it's a good thing you've got some ambient light on you. Well, and only on you. It doesn't actually project. Oh, look, there's something over here. That probably shows us what we're supposed to be making. Alright, fine, folks. What are we doing? I really need to get by you. We can climb through that window. Nothing works. It just won't wash off. Order new sheets. Are we going to be doing some laundry while we're here on top of everything? Oh, how I would love to have Arkham-style detective vision right now. This way. We're running, but we're getting in. Another TD to static. Okay, we've got some health. Lakeview Hotels, 7 golden rules for employees. I really hope you can't get in here. Employees should report for duty on time, should not be absent without valid reason, should report for duty in well-pressed uniforms, should not take off their uniforms while on duty, should maintain a polite and helpful attitude towards the guests, help maintain a positive public image of the hotel, and should immediately hand in any lost items. I'm actually kind of depending on their hoarding. I'm Johnny, one hot guy. We have a map. Helpful! Oh, and of course, there's a safe here. Because every area in the game needs to have 5 puzzles now. Okay. Opposite end is where we're going. There's a storeroom which gives us access to multiple things. There's another broken piece. Another of these. I'm thinking we need up to 3. A pile of slain hares. What's on the other side? It's the hallway, so it's a good thing I didn't try to just go through there. Frosted glass is really something else in horror games. Seeing Mother Gooseberry through one of those in the Outlast trials. Oh my god, go. Didn't expect you to make an appearance like that. Look at you backing away. Can't tell if what I'm hearing is in the hall or if you're just There is an enemy. Oh my god. I really need you distracted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Crawl. Crawl a little faster, please. Okie dokie, how are we doing this? You go by. I hope that door opens. I hope this one opens for that matter. Oh, you're coming straight back. Go. Oh, it's blocked. Problem for me. So I'm gonna have to run around that other thing. There's only one way in. Ring around the table. That's all I care about. Yep. Very much. Ow! Not what I need at this moment. I got what I was looking for. That breath felt like it was right down my neck. We're injured, but let's not heal right now. We've only got a couple of these. Do that. And that. I'm seeing monks rowing in a boat. If we can reverse that. There we go. 7414. The safe in the break room. Oh my god. Well, I shouldn't have done that. That was my fault. Yep. Well, there's less reason to stealth now that most of the doors are open. 7414. Not the shotgun I was hoping for. The videotape and the basement key. Now we just have to take the elevator back up. Say, where was? It's behind us. Can we get in? Yep. It's so dark. Oh my god. Are we not doing it this way? What am I doing now? Across from here is the stair key. Basement. It does say basement. Okay, go. Do it. Do it faster. Thank you. Well, this isn't the outcome I hoped for. I mean, it said basement, so it's not like I expected any different. I just really hope to be reunited with my stuff after that section. Oh, so it's more of this, and I still have no light. Getting close to the lockers to see if I can scavenge them. Okay. Rooms other than hallways or life. I could just get drunk here forever. That almost made it seem like I wouldn't be able to climb through. Oh, can you guys climb over this? Venus Bar Kitchen. Okay, we're looking for a valve wheel. Yeah, you see about it. This flashes of light are actually helpful now. There is another elevator over there. If I can get around to the maintenance room, that would be some kind of helpful. Through. And I am trying to pick up the pace and run more than hide, simply because it, I gotta keep this moving. I can't be paralyzed by fear. Back into the hall. If I could make some noise back here, that would be useful. I can hear you out there, but I don't know quite where you are. This way, this way, this way. Thankfully, it's not too far. There we go. And it's closed. More health. For big boo-boos. Venus bar. There we go. It's always something. It is always something. Can we remove this one? Sure we can. No going back, and no will to either. Hope that thing doesn't decide to chase me right now. It's all flooded. Better leave. Definitely not now. That's the surest thing, is that definitely not now. This one's like a gift from Mary herself, a sign. The Little Mermaid. A collection of bait hooks. I feel like those were significant before. But anyway, we've made it back around. Okay, first things first. We are going upstairs and getting our stuff. And I think I'm entitled to a heal from my excess supply. Give me my stuff back. Seem to have long ago forgotten about Laura. You know what? It's alright with me. She has a way of turning up when she's needed, just like everything. This game, in a variant of the thing I've been saying the entire time, has a way of making sure that everything flows together in a way that you might not even notice as you're going through, that there's not necessarily a logical progression of events. You just do what's in front of you, and it places you where you need to be. But you wouldn't necessarily have had any way of knowing it would do that. You can have faith in game mechanics just like you can have faith in a dream to follow your thoughts. Now we've got to figure out what goes where. Oh, I've done these. Like friendlies. They put one in front of you when you're waiting for your meal. Oogly dokley. This might take me a minute. Oh, and there's also the smaller piece in the center. Well, that's more easily connected. Okay. Two of you guys seem to be working, one of you simply doesn't. So if we align the outer edges, which is probably the safest bet, you only need to be consistent with yourself. That should do it. What began with 3, one would soon deplore. 7 kindly souls opened up the door. Trading 1 for 2, away she would roam. But the love of 5 would bring her back home. Taunted by the 2, she would toil away, leaving 1 behind. She has found a way. Oh, I get it. Yeah, no, reset. We're winding it up. What began with 3, one would soon deplore. 7 kindly souls opened up the door. There's a bunch of different ways you could interpret these. We could start by just doing like the operative number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Same thing, but just with 1 on the right. Okay, there we go. We have the 3rd floor key. It's like we're in the middle of our own fairy tale now. And like all good fairy tale heroes, the prince has to save before he goes after his princess. This marriage, of course, being very important to unite the kingdoms. Back then, marriage was more about land and dynasties than actual... You know what? Never mind. This is already a strained joke. Oh, right. I've got a flashlight again. We can hear it all throughout the hotel. But what good can really be behind this door? Observation room? No. All this has been leading us to this door. Our special place.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Promise you'll take me again, James?
Hey, there you are. Do you know where Mary is? Come on, talk to me.
Mary's gone. she's dead.
Liar. That's a lie.
No. It's the truth.
She died because she was sick.
I killed her.
Killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back. Give her back to me. I knew it. You didn't care about her. I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. Mary, you know, isn't here. Mary?
James! Where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Please, come to me. Do you hate me? Please, why won't you come?
But where? Where are you?
You're so close now. Please, don't give up. Don't leave me out here, James! James!
That tape shows a happy memory, but so distant, before even it gives way to the cruel reality. It seems like we've fully given up hope. It seems like we've finally accepted what we needed to. But I guess we still need just that one extra prod. I talked in the beginning of the game about how it could very easily have gone for the cliche of saving the fact that we know she's dead for a twist. This is one main reason why it doesn't. The fact that we killed her, at least by our admission. That's a new bit of information. And he doesn't even bother to try and defend himself to Laura. And our world is falling apart around us. The score now less creepy or horrifying, now much more just sick. It reminds me of sickness. And not in the sense of disease, but just in the sense of being unsteady. Kind where you can't even think of feeling better, you just have to sit with it. But by the fact that it's still giving us ammo, I guess it's not over yet. Is there anything else? I guess that's all. I gotta know, are our maps still any good? They are. was morning. We must have sat for hours. The sun is setting on yet another day. Just running, just wandering through endless rooms. If we call all of this a dream, this is the most desperate part. We've already lost, but it just hasn't ended. We've got some shotgun, enough to last us a little bit. I don't think we'll be running out of health. More health. Her voice urging us forward, and we have no idea even where. What's this? Can we place this somewhere? Get it out of our way. Still can't get it right. This looks like a negative. Or rather, the colors are inverted. There's no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. In other words, abandon all hope. Do I just have to let myself fall? I guess I'm really not heavy enough. Wow, the elevator couldn't withstand that. But I'll tell you what. I bet this is heavy enough. It's loaded with heavy stuff. There we go. Neato. Okay. Well, it's not the worst jump you've done today. You're now on the second floor. The dark has returned and the soundtrack has left us. And our past is crumbling around us. An old tape recorder. I feel like we've seen those symbols before. Maybe with relation to the cult that was briefly mentioned. And you know, the Silent Hill 2 remake, it was 3 times as long as the original. But from all the memories we've uncovered, you would think the original was so. Seems this town's got a sense of humor. Or creepiness. Don't you try and Scooby-Doo gag me. What if you turned into one of those spider things in the second I was making my way around? I can see the elevator. The lights are on. But it couldn't be that easy, could it? It's like the rising understanding against your desperate hope that there's nothing you can do. It's an incredible feeling of helplessness. Like not being able to open this door. That makes me feel very helpless. Fire hose looked a lot like a long extended leg for a moment. Funny how I've been trained to look for that imagery. It sure is trying to make me up on pistol ammo. Can only go down to the basement from here. The basement sure has gotten deep. The whole floor is flooded. The changing of the world is always an amplification of the negative and uncomfortable elements that were already present in a place, and always comes with a loss of hope. Never has there been one as complete as this. We can do a little meek little sneaky deaky, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like we can actually run anymore. Man, how much water was in that tank? Guys, you still down here? I'm back with some incredible firepower. And by incredible firepower, I mean still probably not enough to actually deal with you. Still, and I must say, the reuse of environments in this way is quite clever. After all, horror is mostly using your expectations against you. Is this our salvation? Can we be lucky twice? Descending into a black pit and coming out into sunlight on the other end? Not this time, James.
Mama? Mama! I was looking for you. You're the only one left. Maybe then I can finally rest. Mama. What's wrong? Wait. You're not my mama. It's you.
I'm sorry, Angela. I think you were right. What we're looking for, it's not here. Not anymore.
Thank you for helping me earlier. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserve what happened.
No, Angela, that is not true.
Don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me? Will you love me? Care for me? Heal all my pain? That's what I thought. James. Give me back the knife.
No, I won't.
Saving it for yourself. Have it your way. It doesn't change anything.
It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too? For me, it's always like this.
Always has been one of the more powerful scenes in the game. I actually didn't remember that we saw her again, though, until this moment. And I really like it because, once more, it's doing a great job of communicating complexity. I'm sure a lot of people will be yelling at James, no, just say this, just do this. But the scene very quickly acknowledges that we simply are not equipped for that. We don't have that level of connection. We can't save her. It's also the first acknowledgement of characters saying that we don't all see the same things here. She figured it out pretty well, and is maybe even more lucid than she comes across in some of these moments. We can't fix her damage. It's showing that every time we wanted to be the hero before, we probably simply could not comprehend what she was going through. In the case of Angela, I think most people would agree that she is not guilty herself, that she's a victim, but the only thing that matters as far as tapping into what's here in Silent Hill is that she believes she has something to answer for. Look at this. Enemies in a dormant state. It would be easy to attack them, but should we? Maybe that was the best thing we could do for her. What happens to her next is up to her. But, maybe that moment of acknowledgement was worth something. Maybe we were just the first to see it. You went down much more easily, only 2 headshots. You're not even really fighting back. But I'd recognize that door anywhere. 312 to be cleared out. No one's returning. This game has this way where the most understated notes are by far the most impactful. Is there any more for us to do while we're here? No, I don't think there is. By now we know what that door means. But there's nothing left to do. I do believe it's indicating that we really, really should take a save right now. I'm really glad so much of the imagery, the nuance of this game has left me. Because seeing these things return in a very different way is very, very surprising. And having the memories come back when I see them presented in a way that isn't like those memories is really cool.
James!
Leave her alone. Leave us both the hell alone. I know what you are. I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready.
So let's do it. Let's face our punishment. Oh, you are not happy. You know what? Shotgun beats spear. I wonder, can you actually die? That I don't remember. But it's only clear to me in that moment. For a bit, Maria, she represented the guilt over the possibility of loving again. But now, I think here, she represents the torment that we put ourselves through when we tell ourselves we can't love again. It's a punishment we inflict on ourselves over and over, and have been for years. Maybe since before she died, which, you know, is part of the problem. But anyway, shooting helps. It's very cathartic. Fight with my pipe if I need to. Oh hey, you could analyze that. You know what? I've got health to do this for quite a while longer. Ow. Hey, more shotgun. But you guys are really, really quick. Crap, with nothing to do but to face yous. Come on. I mean, I have health for days, but sometimes it looks like rounds actually impact you, and sometimes they don't. Alright, let's try handgun for a while. Sometimes you'll stagger. Obsolete. Destroy what you don't need. Well, now I'm sure of it. You're our self-inflicted inability to move on, telling us that this eternal suffering is the fate we deserve. And the way to defeat you was to remain stalwart to the end. Okay, is there any more ammo in here? Doesn't matter. The rotten apple and the ripe one. This too is a choice. No, the scarlet egg. And the rust-colored, well, I believe the metaphor survives the specific transition. You. And you. But what do I do? It seems obvious. Reward ourselves or punish still. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe we shouldn't let ourselves off so easy. Maybe we don't want to be free of guilt. You said you killed her. Maybe letting ourselves off the hook isn't the way? Oh, well, it leads to the same room anyway. Maybe I'm just supposed to agonize over the choice.
What do you want, James? Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already. Look at me. I'm disgusting. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. It'd be easier if they just killed me. But I guess the hospital's making a nice profit off of me. Why are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James. Wait. Please. Don't go. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not gonna die. Help me.
Maybe you both saw this as a better outcome. Or just you did. You were clearly both thinking about it. A person in that situation isn't easy to love, and she knows it, and nobody blames anyone, but it's just the facts, you know? It's not Hallmark movie disease, you know? Where some pale woman lies in bed and, is a Pollyanna about the whole thing. She's terrified. And it's night once more. Gearing us up once more. Shape forces the mind. Can I save with you, please? Well, I'm not going that way. Wow, that's a lot. Well, I'll tell you one thing. For as dangerous as this looks, for the first time, we're climbing up. We're entirely on rails, and nowhere to go but forward. No distractions, no nothing. Just a clear ascent. There it is.
Mary? I have missed you so much.
I've missed you too. We can finally be together. Forever.
No.
James. Honey. What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I know you tried,
James, please.
but she's gone. I know that now,
Stop it.
and I can't just keep pretending.
Shut up! What do you want? Do you even know anymore? I'm yours.
Subtitled
I'm here
Maria.
for you. So what if I'm not her? I can give you what she never could. I can be better than her. What else do you want me to be? What else can I be?
I am so sorry, Maria. I really am. But this has to stop. It's time to let it go.
No.
What?
I won't let you do this to me. I won't let you go. I can't!
Well, time to deal with this. Whoa. Yep. And she turned into a swarm of moths or whatever. Well, I have a long-range solution. I have all manner of solutions. In the end, our replacement became identical. We realized we felt guilty over something better. Well, what about something that's the same, but not? We developed the awareness, the maturity to reject that as well. Well, let's see how it handles the breakup. Ow. Excuse me, I'm reloading. I don't remember this from before. Okay, switch to shotgun. Oh, she's behind me, isn't she? Oh, she's coming down from the ceilings. And the bugs are swarming. Oh, they're swarming from every which way. No, 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 no. We can't stop moving with that back there. Where's she at? Get some more. I get the feeling we're already doing good damage. I'm not sure this fight really needed an extension. No. I mean, that's the peak. That was the perfect place for this, don't you think? Ow. Hit me all you want. I've got health for days. Okay, well, at least we still end the same way. Wait, what am I saying at least for? This is happening. Heal up. Maybe rifle? Oh, you've got quite a lunge on you. Ow! And stopping to do anything about it isn't helping me. Time to reload. Stay far away. Collapsing set. Look at you, out of focus and distant. And you're rotting just like the disease rotted her. Ow. Okay. Starting to run into dangerous territory now. I mean, not really, because I can keep healing basically forever. Heal all you can. Stay top buff. Maybe I should be focusing on your swarm. I can't get away from this thing. You're in rough shape, I can see. Well, that's it for the shotgun ammo. You know, these animations, it takes so long to actually ready an attack. Too long. But not long enough for you.
James. James.
They made us do it.
Mary.
Hey, handsome.
Sorry.
Don't be. I told you. I wanted the pain to end.
Yeah. You did. But that's not why I did it. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
If that's true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary,
It's okay, James. Here.
What is this?
It's what you've been looking for.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you to come and see me. But you never do. So, I wait. Wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. I wish I could change that, but I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it is. The doctor came today. Told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this could be my last chance. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I missed you so much. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Every time you come to see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Maybe I just disgust you. I'm so sorry. When I first learned I was gonna die, I couldn't accept it. I was so angry. I struck out at everyone I loved. Especially you. And that's why I understand if you hate me. But I want you to know, I will always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. Which means that as you're reading this, I'm already dead. But that's okay. I'm not afraid of it anymore. I just hope the pain will end soon, so that you remember me for who I was, and not what the disease made me. I want you to go on. I want you to live for yourself and for others. like you did for me. James, you made me happy.
And as our story fades into the fog, I really can't think of a better outcome. Oh, we got the ending I was hoping for. The one I got the first time, and the one that I just couldn't imagine any differently. In the end, what we needed was not to find Mary and continue our life together, not even to forgive ourselves for the outcome. I think what James really needed was to hear it from her that we did the right thing, and that's the closure we were ultimately granted in the end. And that's why, having read about the others, this is my favorite ending of the bunch. I read about them, of course, when I played it the first time. I'm not sure, there may even actually be some additional endings here. Unfortunately, I really screwed up. We didn't get the canon dog ending, or the UFO ending, which of course are much more complete, in my opinion, but either way, that was the remake of Silent Hill 2, and it's exceptional. It's exceptional in every way. And I think you can really debate point for point whether you think any given element is better than the original. And I think I was very mixed on that, but at no point did I doubt that I was playing a really great and special product. That's the thing, there were certain things I didn't like as much as the original, but it was in such a way that I really think that both versions deserve to exist. They're both amazing in different ways. This one, of course, improved on the graphics and the gameplay. I think Laura was actually done better as a character. I couldn't really decide whether I liked the original goofy voice acting or the new, more Hollywood way, and I think it sold me on the merit of this very quickly, even if I'm still not decided on which version I like better in that regard. It's still a bit awkward, and it maintains that sense of unreality to it. It's never so out there bonkers world that we don't feel like we're having conversations with real people. As before, it works on an emotional level to guide you, rather than a real one, and, you know, if you're not really deeply analyzing it like I was this whole time, you might not even notice. It took me a lot longer to realize that the first time I played. But what's really important is that the essence of what made Silent Hill 2 great is still there. The only way I think it maybe diminishes that a bit is the length. And sure, it added some more things to do, some more investigative elements and exploration, and that's all great. For the most part, up until I think the hospital, I thought the ways that it expanded on the story were just little things to help certain segments breathe more or add some more, like, cinematic flavor. And it worked. Some of the liberties it took actually do work better than in the original, which was really impressive because that almost seems like heresy. Especially from a studio with as mixed of a legacy as Bloober Team. Well, for most people, I actually have liked a lot of their offerings up until this point. I'm of the mind that Blair Witch was quite good. But, where was I even going with this? It was when we got to the hospital that I thought those cracks started to show a little bit. It just felt longer and less spooky, more video gamey than in the original. I actually think that while I did like getting there during the day and spending a bit more time with Maria, I think the original worked better for the start of that descent. But you could even disagree on that. You could say that maybe that should come a little later once we reach the Historical Society. Of course, all that was still there. And I think the walk to the Historical Society was something that was done a little better. They had us run through the town, which not only gives us the chance to revisit some of the stuff we may have missed before, but it also means that we still get that frantic run in the night, while still making the walk really more what it should have been. So I think, as an adaptation, it's not a bad problem to have where you can debate individual elements over the original. The fact that you can have a conversation about it. Because in the end, I always reject the idea that a remake of something ruins the original, because the original's still here. You can still play it. I think fans, that's the most surprising thing, is that longtime fans have really accepted this remake. It just leaves you with so many feelings, and hey, in the end, it finally discussed them out in the open together, and what a catharsis that is in the end. All of this is just hanging in the air the entire time, and that works because ultimately this is a game about the things that we feel but are afraid to say. It feels like it's not right to say. And it's only when we can finally say these things heart to heart with each other that we can move on. It's just such a fantastic game. And in so many ways, it feels like playing the original again. It feels like what it felt like to play for the first time. I can't say that as well as a longtime fan can, because I only played it for the first time in 2021, but, you know, this has been 20 plus years coming. And for it to be accepted so readily, that's big. Okay, so if we're going to do more criticisms, and it is just going back again to the length, it's an oppressive game. It's like being buried alive the entire time. And that is very much still here, but particularly after the prison, it starts to become an issue because in all those like puzzly, mazy segments, and the fact that the game is extended by the deeper combat, it submerges you like before, but it keeps you in it for so much longer, and I don't think that's a good thing. By lengthening the game, you alter the pace, which was very strategic before. It holds you down without really doing anything for a while, and without giving you breaks. And so it just makes it, I said in the last part that it felt exhausting to play, but without any of those pick-me-ups or things to lead you on in the meantime. So there was that, which I felt was just a net negative, but really that's it. And if that's the worst thing I have to say about it, well, it's not a minor issue, but it certainly didn't ruin it for me. And hey, with the better combat, I could even see myself replaying this for some other endings. The other was a clear one and done. Yeah, there's 8 endings. Wow. Total enemies killed 287. It's definitely a bit more actionized. Only died once, and that was that stupid ambush in the apartment where I had to go back like half an hour. Oh, hey, yes! Oh, we're playing that awesome track. I remember listening to this when I got the soundtrack afterwards, and I was like, when did this play? I'm so glad they actually got the original composer, too. There were certain places where I thought the original soundtrack would have been a bit better. I think there may be new stuff, and the old stuff is re-recorded, which is, you know, part of bringing it to the modern day. Really, I think Silent Hill 2 is something that could have only happened on the early PS2. I mean, consoles used to be a huge leap forward in technology, and even though it retained that signature fog, you know, the graphics were a lot better than most of what had been seen before, and in particular, one of the big selling points of the PS2 was that you could have a full orchestral soundtrack on a disc. It's easy to forget how much technology was limited back then. 732 dodges. I was a dodgy boy. You've gained access to New Game Plus, where you can play with access to additional items, graphic modes, and endings. That's another thing I forget about. Even the original did have quite a bit of replayability, and this has extended that further. That's what's so cool. It takes liberties, and that's very hard to do, and anything like that could be considered heresy. But it's also not afraid to add content where it wouldn't detract from what's there. It's too long in some ways, but it's also bigger in some good ways. Also, I originally didn't want to do this because this video is long enough already, but since we came all this way, I'm giving this little insert to talk about the different endings, the ones we didn't get. So you had the ending we got, which is the leave ending, and it's probably the best possible outcome, where James accepts his role in this, accepts his feelings about it, and is able to move on, kind of carrying that with him without being mired down in it. Then you have the in-water ending, in which he is completely unable to cope with that, breaks, and ends up driving himself into the lake with Mary's body in the other seat, and basically decides to bury himself and his memories right there in Silent Hill. Then even darker than that is the Maria ending, in which we leave Silent Hill with Maria. But as we're preparing to leave, Maria starts to cough a bit, and this is one of my favorite things in the game. He turns to her and says, "You better do something about that cough." And we end on that. And the way he says it is really interesting because it's not out of concern. It actually sounds a lot more like a threat. And I remember being really fascinated by this one when I read about it when I played the original. And even though that's technically a bad ending, a lot of people like that one simply because it's so fitting and so ominous and creepy. And I have a hard time disagreeing. So I was actually having a conversation with my partner Ari about this game after I played it, and I came to a really cool realization during the course of that and everything they made me understand. And it's that all three of those endings are basically different degrees of the same thing. And it's the degree to which we forgive ourselves. And it only makes sense that we are called upon to make part of that decision immediately after the Pyramid Head boss fight, rather the two Pyramid Head boss fight. And I'm actually looking back at that conversation for notes right now, but basically what you come to find out throughout the game is that Pyramid Head represents James's self-punishment, but it's really a form of self-punishment that is also protecting him from really acknowledging what he did. You know, all the physical pain in the world, denying himself all these opportunities, that's still easier than acknowledging that he wanted Mary gone. It's still easier than acknowledging that he made her gone, even if there's some way to say, well, yeah, but she wanted it, which I actually found out since then that she does not explicitly say in the original, so that was something that was given to his benefit in this. And that's why after James has defeated the Pyramid Heads and says he doesn't need them anymore, that's when the real work starts. It's not when the journey ends. It's when we stop the thing that's been holding us back the entire time, but only then can we face the truth. And the way we face that truth is the culmination of a number of choices we made. It affects, yes, the objects that they hold out and that we choose which door to go through, but it's also repeated earlier on in the hotel, in that puzzle with the apples. I mean, I just kind of placed what I thought it would want because of the mirror, but there are a number of things throughout the game that actually weigh one way or another, and it's fascinating to read the list. And basically, it all comes down to how much we forgive ourselves. The one we got is basically right in the middle, and finding a balance is actually the key to a good ending, which is really, really interesting. In other words, it wants us to forgive ourselves, but not let go of the weight. We have to acknowledge. And that's what leads us to the leave ending, where we accept what's happened and basically go forward, pledging to be better in the future. Then there's the in-water ending, in which we are completely drowned in it. We do not forgive ourselves at all, and we decide that we deserve to die for what we've done and for what we felt. And this is another way where the Maria ending becomes even more interesting, because that's what happens when we completely forgive ourselves, when we say we did nothing wrong. We were doing it for her, we were cutting her loose, she was holding us back, and now we're ready to have something new. But you better do something about that cough, because we are essentially learning nothing and dooming ourselves to the same fate over and over again. Maria is nothing but a replacement goldfish, And that's all any subsequent partners would ever be, is a replacement goldfish, and that's all he even wants at that point. And that's a very dark ending for this character. In that ending, it's almost like a much worse James, a completely selfish James, is being unleashed on the world from Silent Hill. But I just think it's really cool how there's a morality system influenced entirely by gameplay rather than press X or Y choices throughout the game, and you're trying to land in the middle. It's so well done. It's so well told, and especially for the time, that's absolutely wild. The row across the lake, walking down those stairs, I like that it retains those moments of contemplation. This game does have a way of giving you time to think about what your Silent Hill would be like, and what you think the ending will be, and what ending you deserve. Where can it go is the main thing, when you know that what you've been offered is impossible. I don't know what else to say, except I'm sure I'll be seeing this town in my restless dreams. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Hey, I just realized something. The decorative plate on top of the TV, it's bloodstained and rimmed with those flowers that remind us of her dress.